下这个金钱呢，来帮助道场。你自己没有什么必要的那个东西，你买了很多，但是没有什么用的。你没有买一点福报，做点功德，人人呢发心来做功德，咱们这个道场呢就可以成就，因为正志成城，大家的志愿呢就来能造一个城，造一个城市。一个人呢
280. Is her mic on? 280. Because with a united resolve, a city can be built with everyone's collective aspirations. In the future, we can build a city.
那是很困难所以主持道场，这是皈依三宝的唯一应该尽的一种责任。
Relying on myself alone, that is very difficult. So protecting and supporting the way place is actually a responsibility that should be fulfilled by those who have taken refuge with the Triple Jewel. On Lantau Island in Hong Kong, I have a temple called Cixing Monastery.
这个地方呢，这个庙里对着也是北方，背向南方。
Here, the temple faces north and has its back facing the south. The Western Police Gardens Temple, which is located at Xiaojiwan, who faces north. The Buddhist lecture hall at Happy Valley also faces north. Now that I'm in the US, I thought maybe I could change the direction that a way place faces. But turning it this way and that way, it cannot be turned to the proper direction.
是现在成就这个道场又是面向北方。
I wanted the temple to not face north, but now this temple we're establishing is again facing north. I think this subtly has something to do with Guanyin Bodhisattva.
因为观世音菩萨他不愿意面向南方，他愿意向北方坐。
Because Guanyin Bodhisattva does not want to face south, he sits facing north.
为什么观世音菩萨面向北方坐呢？他就是因为世界上人呢不知道回头，都是往前走，不知道往回走。
Why does Guanyin Bodhisattva sit facing north? It is because worldly people do not know to turn back to the other shore. They are all moved forward, not knowing about turning back.
所以观音菩萨面向北方坐。所以说，南海观音合道坐，南海观世音菩萨用什么呢？倒着坐的呢？佛面向南。观音菩萨他就面向北，结于世人不回头啊，是因为。
So Guanyin Bodhisattva sits facing north. Hence, the saying, why does the South Sea Guanyin sit in reverse? It is all because worldly people do not turn back.
对呀，这个世界人呢不肯回头，苦海无边回头是不回头。不回头，所以观世音菩萨就倒坐。咱们现在这个道场要大家共同护持。
Guanyin Bodhisattva of the South Sea, why does he sit in reverse? The Buddha faces south, so Guanyin Bodhisattva faces north. It is precisely because worldly people are unwilling to turn back. The sea of suffering is boundless. Turn back, and you will reach the shore. So Guanyin Bodhisattva sits in reverse.
Okay, stop. Okay, let's see what he's up to. So apparently he has quite a few way places in Hong Kong. So wherever he went, he's decided to start building temples in Hong Kong. And not clear as to why, because they're very small, and they basically, when you have a temple, you have to have monks and nuns to keep an eye on it. Otherwise, it will be taken over. And so he expects us, thank you, to come and support the way places. I think this is for Westerners. The Asians, this is a granted, it is a given. You naturally come and support the temple, that's our tradition. But for Westerners, they don't understand that they're supposed to support the way places, otherwise there's no more way places to support. I feel that even there's no need even to talk about it, because people would naturally support the way place if you are providing a service to them. If it's useful to them, they'll come and support. If it's not useful to them, then there's no point in them supporting the temple. So, but as you can imagine, he's a Chinese monk, lowly monk, who has no support, no money. Actually has a little bit of money, but not enough to do much with it. And so he has to start from scratch. He has to tell everyone on how to walk, how to sit, how to talk, how to think. Okay? Very Chinese, what can I say? And it takes a lot of people to help build a way place. He keeps on telling his disciples. And in particular, if you've taken refuge with the Triple Jewel, we should be supporting the way place. Okay. I always thought that for Asian, you take refuge with the Triple Jewel because you are supposed to. Doesn't mean you have to support way places. I know lots of Vietnam people, they go from temple to temple to take refuge, and supporting way places is the last thing in their mind. And so, I don't envy Master Hsuan. He has to say a lot of things, and to me, it's how much support can you get from these people if you have to remind them you're supposed to support the way places? There's a flip side to it. If you have to remind people you're supposed to support the way place, it's not a whole lot of support you're going to get. So, I don't know, this obsession about supporting way places. And then he talked about his way places in Lantau Island in Hong Kong. Tzu Sing, never been to that place. I heard they're all small. Okay, and probably not safe. You go there, the roof might cave in because he did everything himself. I'm worried about you, okay? Because if you go there because of me and then something happens to you, I feel responsible. I can't tell you not to go either. It would be cool. Seriously, it would be cool to go visit places that he built. You know why? Dharma protectors. He is always surrounded by Dharma protectors, and therefore the big ones, the heavy-duty Dharma protectors, and therefore when he built a way place, his Dharma protectors are there to support the way place. So these are the nice places to cultivate. You should take them seriously. If you have a chance to go to Hong Kong, I will recommend you visit these places just for the heck of it. Just sit and cross your legs and see what happens. Okay, it's sort of like a pilgrimage, if you will. Instead of going to, India. Between India and Hong Kong, I go to Hong Kong. Because I have affinities with Master Hsuan. I don't have affinities with a Buddha who died 3,000 years ago. I feel bad going to a country that people are starving. Yes, Wei Mountain.
Hi, Master. I was in San Francisco a couple of weeks ago and with Mary Jo, and we decided if we could find that monastery that Master Hsuan had built there. And we were able to locate it, the brick building.
Oh, really? You found it? You found the actual building itself in Chinatown?
Yeah, and
wow.
It was interesting because...
How do you know it's a building? I'm just curious. Wait.
Yeah. What is the question?
It has no address.
I found the address from a CCTV website. Somebody had written it down somewhere.
Must be very old article, huh?
Yeah, so as I approached the address, I rounded the corner and immediately I could feel the energy change in the area. And as I approached the building, it's a brick building, so like 3 stories tall. It's
big or small?
It's not super large, but it's not small either. But it's now an apartment building.
An apartment building.
They made apartments in it, and funny enough, the title of the apartment building is the monastery.
I see.
That's the placard on top of below the address, and so I walked up to it.
I would not want to live there because of fire, safety concerns.
Well, I think they really renovated the apartments. They're quite posh now, I think.
Oh, really?
But, I think the insides are all well made. But the interesting thing was the energy is very intense in that area, and so I touched my head to the building, and wow! I mean, I could clearly feel the energy of that place. So I imagine everyone living there is probably blessed to be in there.
Yeah, it's true. Not just that building, but every single building he's been to. He's leaving behind a lot of Dharma protectors. Every single building, whether it's his house, people gave it to him, a townhouse in West Covina. I was there, and it's totally different. Okay, so wherever he goes, his Dharma protectors they stick around for some reason. It's like, if you will, it's like sagely grounds. I've been to Korea where I was very honored to be allowed to stay at places, rooms, buildings where the older Sunims, enlightened Sunims stayed, but it's not the same kind of energy as Master Hsuan's properties. Okay, so yeah, thank you for sharing with us. Why would you try to find it? It's kind of weird. And then you touch your head against a building. Is this like a Caucasian thing? You bless yourself?
I just noticed the energy coming off of that thing was like a bright beacon. I don't know. I just felt it was touching. It felt like I just meditated for several hours. It's unbelievable, actually.
They allowed you in, or you just sat in front of the coffee shop and?
No, it was all locked up, but I just walked up to the front.
You walked up to the front?
Yeah. Yeah, just on the sidewalk.
Well, I can imagine it's all Chinese people. There's no Caucasian there.
Yeah, I saw one Chinese guy across the street smiled at me.
You see, it's so cool. You should, that's what Master Srinhua left behind. Places where he's been, they are littered with his Dharma protectors. They're so cool. They're sagely grounds. So in the future, if possible, we should get those way places, turn them into sagely grounds ourselves. Yeah. But thank you for sharing with us. So does the meditation help? Is it better or no?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely changed my day. I think anybody that would go there, your whole consciousness would be improved.
Well, it's only because you are sensitive. That's why you can sense those things. I'm sure that ordinary people, the Chinese there, they have no clues. They are fighting at home. They are screaming each other. They're bipolar people living there and so forth. So it's always that it's intertwined. If you really are respectful and you are appreciative, we will see the difference. Otherwise, for the rest of the world, it's just another place. Okay? For us, it's sagely grounds. They are definitely, even after Master Srinhua died, those places that he was staying at, I would go there and enjoy the extra peace and bliss that you can take advantage of. Yeah, so not to mention these way places, he found it in Hong Kong. I'm sure they're very, very special. Okay. I guess, Zhuxing Monastery. And then he talked about locations. I never understood these things. North, west, north, south, east, west. Someone teach me, why is the position so important? For example, the old monk told me that if your temple faces north, expect to go bankrupt. Many of my temples face north, like DTT faces north. So it won't be much longer before we go belly up, I guess. I think WMT faces north as well. Okay. Which one do we face? This should be the main entrance. So west is a good direction or a bad direction? Napa Valley is a good place. Yeah, what is this location thing about east, west, and north, south, and so forth? Please teach me. I don't get it. And people, for feng shui reasons, they even move entrances, driveways, and so forth. I always found it funny. I'm too cheap to worry about it. Just feel so lucky to have a way place already. Never mind from north and south. Yes, Way Mountain. What's the Chinese wisdom here? Why?
So from Chinese perspective, south, you get the most sunlight throughout the day if you're facing south. And the sunlight will bring a lot of positive energy to your house and keep your house very warm. So we always want to look for things.
You want a house to face south?
Ideally, but
Ideally.
definitely not
Is
face
it a
north.
Chinese custom, right? Because Vietnam is not south. Vietnam is east. No? East. East, the morning sun, okay, warms you up. In the afternoon sun is too hot. So this is west. So which way is this way? South. So her house is south. Wow. Okay. At least 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So we are facing, this one here faces, so 790 faces what? West. We are facing west here, and this is south. Okay.
And we typically say facing north, you get the least sun, then you can't get positive energy there. That's like
The
least
North Pole. There's a North Star, honey.
well,
At night, you look at the North Star. It's what saved a lot of sailors' lives.
I was just thinking.
You look so miserable. Is it? You sure you want to talk?
I don't want to talk, but no one else will raise the phone.
She's
like,
whining again.
yeah, I'm whining.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about and talking about this a few days ago. Both WMT and the DTT previously were bankrupted church.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
And we are having.
And they face north. Yes, absolutely. You're right. Thank you for reminding me.
Okay, I'll stop
Oh,
here.
yeah. You wouldn't believe it, you know. Like when we moved to WMT, it's like we sharing our building with the pigeons. And we have like 2 feet thick of pigeon crap that our people actually had to wear boots to clean them up. That I will never forget. Even one guy, one Caucasian guy, helped out because everyone else was helping out. And it's funny, folks, I never said, you're supposed to help because you took refuge with Triple Jewel. They just volunteered, you know, lo and behold. And so this Caucasian guy helped out, and he was so grossed out, he actually quit. He said, you guys are savages. You don't make your disciples do this because it's unhealthy, okay? Because the fumes of all that crap, it's 24 hours a day, okay? So we were very, very tough. I mean, they were tough. I had no clues. It's amazing, you know, that dump of Way Mountain Temple we finally fixed up, you know. It's an act of desperation, let me tell you. Bought the building, but didn't think I could afford to fix it up. The roof itself cost $140,000. Which was almost as much as the building itself. The complete building is $2.3 million, including 07. It's cheap. For some reason we got it. But then the roof itself costs $140,000. Anyway, so a lot of people made sacrifices. The funny thing is I never asked anyone for help. Somehow these people, they're crazy. They just say, oh, there's so much chicken thing, pigeon thing, we better clean it up. And then it stunk so bad. The wood, it soaked into the wood for after so many years, and the rain and everything. It's amazing. I'm so grateful to all of you for making it happen. Yes, Wei Mountain.
Please go ahead.
Hello, Master. I remember a conversation with Master Omeng. He also confirmed that the south is the best location based on feng shui, and he also said that where we thrive in, where we go for the entrance, also affect the feng shui of the well-being of the location. And the better thing, DTT is having better feng shui because people are coming in on the side door, and he suggests that best is for them to go in the library way. Yeah. It's about Jing Long Bai Hu.
Yeah, I imagine that the feng shui really matters. I'm just, when you're broke and you're desperate, you have no choice. You make it work. We moved from LMT, graduated from LMT to WMT, totally unexpectedly because we couldn't afford it, didn't have any money, cheated on a lot of paperwork, helped by the mastermind behind it, another Catholic person. The WMT is the weirdest story you can ever imagine. Okay, and we were so broke, and we messed up so badly, didn't know what we were doing. Yeah, even the pitching is not the whole thing, and of course it rained, and so everything was soaked. And then the basement was, the water came in and lifted up the whole ceiling, the whole basement, the whole floor. I mean, you're talking about little things we learn about fixing the roof, waterproofing the building itself so that the water is kept away and so forth. We learn so much. We have no clues at all. And it's not like right now where we have a team of experts and professionals. Back then, we have no idea what we were doing. And somehow we made it happen. So, yes, 4.
Amitabha Master. Here I have from YouTube, we have Brady. He said with that pigeon poop, Master did not wear boots, and Master didn't even wear mask, and he was fine. So,
what? Who?
Brady McBride. Brady.
Oh, Brady.
Brady, yeah, Brady. Yeah.
Oh, I was there for 2 minutes. That's different. It's a morale thing. I would show up, okay? They're all wearing masks and breathing and then boots and so forth. I walked in and I said, hello, everyone. You're doing very well. Please continue. And I disappeared. No, I've been through worse. Actually, the pigeon thing is not that bad for my body. It's a lot worse. I faced toxic gas and it never bothered me. Okay, like the gas from your fumigation. I walk in there after fumigation. I walk around for half an hour, looking at things and stuff. It never bothered. Excuse me. It never bothered me, for some reason. I would not do it now. You know, when you're younger, you're desperate. You don't appreciate life. Anyway, so the temple faces north. You cannot ignore the feng shui, that's for sure. Okay, that would be a mistake to ignore the feng shui. And for me personally, I have no choice. So I have to fix the feng shui myself. Whatever these feng shui masters say, I say, okay, I'll fix it. So that's feng shui is feng shui. But we have our own ways of dealing with feng shui. That's why temples facing north and so forth really doesn't matter that much. Not to me personally. Okay, and I even help some of my disciples fix the feng shui of the houses because the money is being drained every month and so forth. But I don't do that anymore. You know, it's just let the feng shui masters take care of those things. Yeah. So anyway, I feel my feng shui is more powerful than the feng shui masters. That's why I'm able to overcome north, east, west, south, or whatever. Never bothered me. Okay. However, it's ideal to have a good feng shui, I imagine. Doesn't hurt. All right. So. This temple faces north, faces south. Again, I have no choice at all. So, south, north, I don't give a darn. Western Bliss Garden Temples, which is located at Shaojiguan, faces north. Okay. I don't think he ever mentioned it, but I think he fixed it himself, the feng shui. Faces north as well, you see. It seems like we get to inherit these bad places, bad feng shui places. Now I'm in the U.S. I thought maybe it could change the direction. But he still can't. Temple, he wants it to face north, not to face north, but now temple again facing north. North, south, who cares? I forgot. I never fixed DTT. WT, I have to fix it because there used to be some sort of Thai monk who walk around and said, you know, this is bad feng shui, and there's another Vietnam monk walking over and say, okay, it's very bad feng shui. So I was forced to fix it. But DTT never felt the pressure. I felt that Master XZ would be able to fix it himself. You have any problems at the DTT, Master Z?
Master, we don't have any problem. People here sleep very well.
They sleep just fine, thank you. Okay. And what about money? Do we have any? How are we doing money-wise?
That I don't know.
I knew it. I had to ask. Okay, so typical of you, good for nothing. You only do your things and never worry about money. All right. This certainly have something new. One Yin Bodhisattva. You see, he talks in both sides of the mouth. One Yin Bodhisattva does not want to face south. He sits facing north. Is it true? Nan Puto. Nan Puto is what? Faces south, right? That's why you call it Nan Puto. No? Never been to Nan Puto. I love to go there. I heard there's so many great vegetarian restaurants. Have you been to Nan Puto? Of course. You're Chinese. You're authentic Chinese, aren't you? 7.
南普陀 or 普陀山
Oh, Puto-shan, sorry.
Yeah,
Nan
yeah,
Puto is in Taiwan. Yeah.
Yes, 普陀山
Puto-shan.
Yeah.
That's facing south, right?
Yeah.
South or north? Because the way he talks here,
I have no sense of direction, sorry, Master.
look it up, guys. You Chinese people.
But I'd like to share, when I visited the temple, one tour guide introduced in the 大雄宝殿. So behind which 大雄宝殿 always face to the south. 大雄宝殿 face to the south. But the three Buddhas statue behind, which is always Guanyin Bodhisattva, and the Guanyin Bodhisattva always face to the north.
Oh, one in always faces north?
Yeah, because of 回头是岸. But
the south, why does the south happen to be the an?
Just look back.
Yeah, so she sits facing north to remind us that, that you should be looking behind you. That's where the safety is, the end of suffering is. But why does it have to be chosen south? Why can't it be like the west, where she's from?
So in traditional Chinese buildings, always face to the south. The door open to the south.
The door, the gate, or the door?
The gate.
The gate open to the south.
Yeah, I mean it's not the gate of the temple. It's like we have 大雄宝殿, the building, the main building, main building door, which always to the south.
What about Korean temples? What's the tradition for Korean temples? We're building one in Korea, so I better understand this. Now we start, no, we should do it the right direction. Yeah. So in Korea, the Buddha halls, they're supposed to face south or north or east, west, or what? Doesn't matter? Trung-in S님. Which direction?
산을 뒤로 등지고 이렇게 물을 이제 앞으로 빼서 이제 한다고 들었습니다. 그래서 배산 임수라고 이렇게 하고 각 산의 명당 자리에는 다 절이 들어서 있다고 들었습니다.
Master, what I heard is the mountain is in the back of the temple and there's a water flowing in the front, or the water in the front.
Doesn't matter which direction?
어느 방향에서?
방향은 남향이고 그다음에 그 뒤로 등지고 있는 건 북쪽이라고 들었습니다.
So you have to face south, and then the north is where the mountains are located. And then the front of the temple, there is a water. That is the best feng shui places. And what I heard is that most of temples are located in the best feng shui locations.
Okay. Yes, Wei Mao.
Hello, Master. I remember Master Omeng also said the word, saying Sheng Bao Tui Bao. That was the best feng shui that ever could happen. In San Jose also or San Francisco, there was a market that was, it lie on the mountain and surrounding that is water. That one has the best feng shui. So this temple that you are acquiring from Korea has the best feng shui that could ever happen.
Lucky skunk, I guess. Yes, Wei Mao.
And the Chinese, we have the same thing. The mountain is backing you up, and water need to hug you, right? Hug you to, bring positive energy to you.
What?
And if it's
Water give you what?
Water need to hug you. It's like
hug you.
Yeah, it's like it's not the
water
shape
drowns you, doesn't hug you.
Around you, because there's also possible the water shape is against you. That's not ideal. But the water is towards you. It's like surrounding you. So it's like it's hugging you, and it's bringing great energy towards you. And if it's not a water, a road around you and hugging you can bring similar energy to you.
The road.
A road. If it's similar to river. And if it's not a mountain, something very, very tall behind you can also serve the similar purpose, like a giant tree.
Yeah, giant tree. Yeah.
So that's just the concept, but it can be applied in many different ways. But obviously, a giant mountain and a great water is the most ideal.
Yeah, those are the feng shui designs. Okay. Very good. Yes, Wei Mao.
Hello, Master. Also, if Master Omeng explained that if you see the tomb that the Korean culture they build up on the mountain that looking at the hill, that is the best resting positions. So the temple or anything, the house that the back is tall, is the best feng shui. And also for the tree, he explained that the tree that is on the right side, the big tree on the right side, and that is tall from the back, it will also have the best feng shui. And usually, Master Omeng also explained that the Chan temple in Vietnam, they build on the mountain and then the water there. So in the morning you meditate, also the chi come up and also help with meditation as well.
Yeah, that's nice. But how come these Vietnam temples and Chinese temples, the people meditate there, their level is not that good? I'm sorry, I'm very Americanized. I mean, if you tell me some good things, what is the end result? What is the level? Yes, JMT.
안녕하세요, 마스터.
Hello.
저는 지금 보산사에 있는데 보산사는 서쪽을 향하고 있는 것 같고 앞에 강이 있어서 참 좋은 것 같습니다.
Hi, Master. Currently, I'm at JMT. I think JMT is facing west, and there is a river in the front of this building. I think it's a nice place.
Yeah, it has in the afternoon. It's kind of nice. 5:10. We get up on the third floor, and then we never took advantage of it because I never liked that owner. The owner irks me. Yeah, if it's not meant to be because I don't like to move, but the owner is really very annoying. That's why I have no interest in negotiating with him at all for anything. Yes, Way Mountain.
Thank you, Master. In terms of the direction and the facing direction of the Guanyin statue, the biggest one on Putuo Mountain, actually it's facing south.
It faces south?
Yeah, at least according to the map. I send the coordinates to Francis. People can double check.
Okay, please double check. Again, I'm very Americanized. You talk all you want. But if it's meant to be ideal feng shui for people to cultivate, how come they don't get very far? So you see, it's a lot more than just feng shui. Feng shui is for the weak. I use that a lot. This Chanchi here, he's so weak. Men are so weak. Bottom line, why aren't you up there, way up there? With all the feng shui, all the money, all the support, all the devout Buddhist disciples who took refuge with you and supported your way places. How come you're still so low? There's something else that's missing to me, clearly. Okay? So all these are excuses. Okay, Wanyin Bodhisattva does not want to face south. He sits facing north. Whatever he wants to do, it's okay with me. Why does he want to sit facing north? Because Hui Tou Shi An. So this is a nice concept. If this is such a powerful concept, why do you insist on facing forward, marching forward towards suffering, towards so much misery? And all it takes is turn around. Such a powerful concept in Buddhism. Does it work? It sounds too good to be true. No, it doesn't work. Except there's no way. Serious, that concept interests me. He says, Wei Tou Shi An. All you have to do, okay, is turn around, look back, and that's where safety is. Please, explain that to me, you Chinese people. What does it mean? What are they trying to tell us? So there's a concept where we keep on going forward, okay? We're chasing after our dreams. Pursuing our goals, our endeavors, and that is misery. All you have to do is look around. 回头是岸. All you have to do is look back, and that's where safety is. What is he talking about? What are the Chinese talking about? I'm always fascinated by how come his Caucasian disciples never ask this. What are you talking about? It's just like Master Xinhua says, so therefore it must be true. And they all reminisce. They all reminisce. My master told me to look back because that's where safety is. I'm glad I didn't live during those times because those people are so weak. I think you lived in those times. Yes, go ahead, Korea. Help us out. What is 回头是岸 here? What does it tell you? What's going on? Does it really work? What are they telling us to do? Yes, Shanghai person.
Master, I'd like to share.
I thought you had a fever this morning.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And what happened?
And I was fasting.
Mm-hmm.
And Venerable Xianxin allows me drink more hot water when I was in high fever. And I back to my room with the heater, then sleep the entire afternoon. Sweat a lot, then that's okay now.
Wow. I'm glad it worked for you. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I'd like to share the 回头是岸, the previous and the
Yeah,
followed
that
sentence.
concept 回头是岸, that I'd like to understand. What are you Chinese people talking about?
回头是岸 which come from 五灯会元，苦海无边，回头是岸，放下屠刀，立地成佛。
Chinese believe anything. Go ahead. Can you write it on, blow it up on the screen so that we all know, those of us who do not speak Chinese, could you please? This is a cultural thing.
Yeah, I think after reading this, I feel 回头是岸, which means we need to repent. Then we can learn something from it and release from it. That's my feeling. 回头是岸, it's more about we need to do more repent. Repent.
You turn around and repent?
Look at myself. Look at what I did.
Yes, Wei Mountain. Blow it up.
回头是岸, the literal word is that, let's say you're swimming in an ocean, you keep swimming inside the ocean, you go further and further and further, you're trying to find where to land, versus all you need to do is just look back, that's the shore. That's literally what that means. And
so it starts with 苦海无边, right?
苦海, yeah, you're swimming in a 苦海.
So the sea suffering ahead of you is endless, yes?
endless.
It's
You
boundless.
try to find a solution and
回
keep
头
going
是
forward.
岸 Right? Is that the context?
Yes.
Okay, see. No wonder if you give me only that thing, then I wouldn't understand. If you add the 苦海无边, then I would understand the context. 回头是岸 Okay, so here's a Chinese wisdom. Says the sea of suffering is boundless. 回头是岸 all you have to do is to turn your head around, and that's where the an is, where the shore is. 放下屠刀立地成佛 So this, I never heard of this before. Is this like a Chinese thing? No? It says, put down the butcher's knife and immediately certify to Buddhahood. You see, even the Vietnamese are giggling. They say, no. Okay. The second part here, I'm not sure what's the connection between to the first part, but this is Chinese wisdom, right? Go ahead, Chinese person at WMT who's very hungry. Yeah, you. Who else?
All the Chinese here are very, very hungry. So we're trying to figure out which one you're talking about.
Okay, just one of you is fine. Yeah, go ahead.
So my understanding of the Huitou Shrine is basically saying everybody is going the wrong direction. We're pursuing our desire. We try to fulfill our happiness with pursuing external satisfactions and achievement. That's just not going to get us out of the suffering. That's the wrong direction. We need to look into the complete other direction, which is what Sarah was talking about, look inside. And that's where the answer is, versus everybody is just going the wrong direction.
回头是岸 look inside. I don't think it's that profound. I don't think so. I think you're reading too much into it. Basically, what it's telling me here is for the average Chinese person who does not understand much about Buddhism. It says, listen, if you feel your life is so much suffering, okay, 苦海, the sea of suffering here, you are right. It is boundless. The suffering you're experiencing in life is boundless. Ordinary people are too weak to be willing to face it. And so this is what I like about Buddhism. Buddhism says, listen, let's stop beating around the bush. You have so much suffering, the suffering is boundless. You agree. Okay, if you disagree, there's no point in going further. But if you agree that wherever you go, and you don't believe me now, but in 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, a few more wives, a few more children, you see that it's hopeless. Okay? 回头是岸 And you have to remember, okay, the sea suffering in front of you is boundless, but actually safety is right behind you. And I failed to see the connection between that and put down the butcher's knife and immediately certified to Buddha. It's like you butcher now. If you put down your knife, you become a Buddha. To me, it's far-fetched. Maybe it's a Chinese invention. But the message here is that if you feel life is so overwhelming, that suffering is endless, you are right. Your approach right now only makes it worse for yourself. Your teacher are just too happy to reinforce your viewpoint because of your financial support to the temple, and thank you very much. But this is counter to the Chinese wisdom here. Chinese wisdom says that sea of suffering is endless, is boundless. You will never be able to see the end of it. And the only way for you, okay, is to look back where the shore of safety, the shore of nirvana is. On here refers to the shore of nirvana. I feel. Agree or disagree, you Chinese people? Okay, the sea of suffering here, Kuhai, in front of us is endless. Okay, the opposite of sea suffering is the shore of nirvana. And so the shore nirvana is just right behind us. Okay, and the rest here, I disagree with the Chinese. I feel it's an oversell. Okay, they make it look so simple, so easy, because in order to put down the butcher's knife and immediately certify the Buddhahood is a lot more suffering, a lot more than the sea of suffering. That's what the Buddhists don't tell you about. Your monks and nuns like Master Shenhua only tells you about how nice it is to support the temple. Okay? That's what's missing in the picture. All the feng shui, all the directions, and all those things. This is lacking on how to do it, what it takes to do it. And it takes a lot more suffering. How about this Chinese wisdom where you put down the butcher's knife, stop killing others, stop feeling so justified in killing others? That's a very, very important message. Okay? Because we feel that we're entitled to eat meat and to kill low-level animals to sustain ourselves, enjoy ourselves. Okay, without realizing that it creates a killing cycles that brings destruction to the world, destruction to the temples. Okay, so I like the fact that it says here you should be prepared to put down your killing knives. Stop your killing karmas, please. Okay? And finally, number 4 here, this phrase here, 立地成佛. So I think this is leader, whatever. Okay, this thing here refers to certain teaching. Okay, if you're able to put an end to your killing mind, you can immediately certify to Buddhahood. It's not true, but it's possible. Yeah, some special cases where this actually can happen. Yes, JMT.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome.
여기 도살자가 칼을 놓았다는 그게 그 불경에서 본 것 같습니다. 그 광액도화라는 그 백정도 한순간에 칼을 그 평생을 그 도살업을 했던 사람인데 탈생을 했던 사람인데도 불구하고 마음을 돌려가지고 칼을 놓는 순간 그 자리에서 성불했다는 이야기입니다. 그 다음에 회두시안도 마찬가지로 살아가면서 그 자기의 그 생각을 한순간 돌리고 그 언덕에 올 수 있다. 그래서 이제 언제든지 깨칠 수 있다는 개념으로 우리 선불교에서 나왔던 이야기를 알고 있습니다. 그래서 이제 광액도화라는 사람이 평생을 칼을 잡고 도살했던 사람인데도 그래 나도 부처지 내 안에 부처가 있지 하면서 칼을 놓는 순간 그 자리에서 성불했다는 의미로 알고 있습니다.
Master, about the butcher putting down the knife, about that part, I remember there's a story in Buddhism. There was someone who's it's a class that they're doing the butchering all their lives. This is talking about the old Korean times. So there's this particular class. They just kill the animals for eating or whatever. We call them baekjang. So there's this known baekjang, and he lived his life by killing living beings. And then one day he thought to himself that I'm Buddha too. I'm a Buddha too. And he says, and at the same moment he just let go of his life. At the same moment he let go of his knife. And then he suddenly was able to achieve Buddhahood. So same thing with that, talking about that 4 words about sea of suffering. Same thing, we always have a chance to be enlightened. It's just a matter of, the people's mind.
Yes, of course. That's part of the sudden teaching. However, it doesn't quite work like that. The way that these stories make it sound like it's so easy, so simple, actually, for someone to put down the knife, butcher's knife, and immediately certify the Buddhahood has another thing there that's not being explained in these texts. It's possible, but it's not the way you think. Okay, I will tell you what's missing, for example. For that to happen, for that person, that butcher, who is willing to put down his butcher's knife and all of a sudden certify the Buddhahood, okay, it has another thing that none of us Buddhist disciples have. None of you has. It's not necessarily the only one, but that's a one thing that's not found nowadays anymore. That is your good Nung advisor telling you that you're not that important. That's what's lacking in Master Shinhua's teachings. He told me a lot of the right things, but he never told me I wasn't that important. Until the sixth patriarch came around, who told me, "You're not that important, you idiot." And he's the only one who said so. That's the basis of my teaching you this certain teaching here. You're not that important. And this is your curse. You go to the temple and the monks and nuns make you feel so special that you are doing them a favor, okay? You'll never be able to drop the butcher's knife and certify to Buddhahood. That's what's stopping you, among other things. Because no one tells you the truth anymore. You're not important. Why are you here? Because you're important to me. Does it help? Let me tell you, I traveled the world over. I read so many books. No one ever said that to his disciples. Never. I had to find it from a Chinese monk who's dead a long time ago already to wake up to that. Okay, so don't, for you Chinese people to say, you're a butcher, all you have to do is put down your butcher's knife. No, doesn't work like that. Because you're a butcher, you say, I'm important. I'm a very important member of this temple here. You can put down as many knives as you want to. It ain't gonna happen. You will not be able to certify to Buddhahood. It's not the way you think. You guys read these things and it sounds good, I'm a butcher, I've been killing, and now I become enlightened. It doesn't work like that. It tells you that these people, these stories, or these people who tell you, they're part of the Buddhist folklore instead of the Buddhist training. Because, especially in Korea, I noticed that. In Korea, okay, every single Buddhist disciple feels so important. Agree or disagree? DTT people, Chungin people, all of you Koreans, please correct me if I'm wrong. No one dares look at you in the face and say, you are not that important. Actually, you're pretty stupid. Why aren't you enlightened yet? I've been teaching on you all these years. You still don't get it. That's my proof. So all this is nice, it's Chinese, it makes sense, but it's not the way you think. All right. But we can always learn from a Chinese wisdom. Wan Yin faces north. We backed it again. People don't turn back. People turn back. Why would people turn back? Everybody is sitting in the wrong direction. Buddha faces south, Guanyin faces north. Okay, because you can look back according to Chinese. Are unwilling to turn back. Turn back and you reach the shore. So what is turning back? To reach the shore of safety, the shore of nirvana. What is turning back? 回头, what does it mean? What is turning back? 回头, what does it mean? What's so funny? Huh? What's turning back? That's way mountain. Master Z, what does turning back mean?
Go against the current.
Go against the current. Okay. Anyone else?
Master think turning back mean to stop thinking.
Stop thinking. Okay. Anyone else? What is 回头? DTT.
Master, the 回光返照.
回光返照. Okay. Okay. Very good. All those. 回头 here refers to you've been looking at the wrong places. You've been looking forward. You've been looking outside. 回头 is look back. Look back inside. That's 回头. If you ask me, and again I'm taking a lot of liberties, me being non-Chinese and so forth, only because the Chinese don't have an explanation. You count on them, we're going to be just like them, getting nowhere. A lot of talk. A lot of 回头 talk. Talk a lot about dropping the butcher's knife, but they have no idea on how to become immediately certified to Buddhahood. So this 回头 here refers to that you've been inherently looking at the wrong places. Okay, so you have to do the not obvious to you. You have to look back. And looking back here is looking back at yourself. If you look back at yourself, you will find the shore of nirvana. It's not outside of you. It's inside of you. It's not that far. Okay, you look, okay, 苦海无边, you look forward, okay? The sea, the ocean of suffering is humongous, it's endless. The more you look, the more you realize it's endless. And the exact opposite of looking forward is to look backward at yourself. 回头, stop looking forward, okay? Turn around, look at yourself. And that's your salvation. Your salvation is within you, nowhere else. It's not in a story, it's not in an anecdote, it's not in me, it's not at the temple, it's at you. So tonight, instead of sleeping, you should be looking, turning the head around, and look at yourself. And ask yourself, how come I'm not enlightened yet? You look so excited. You know, when I started, I would be be jumping up and down. So, oh my God, tonight I got something, I got a new Dharma door I could do, and I will become enlightened. Look at everyone. Everyone is so excited. You ungrateful Buddhist disciples, you should be going to another temple to support them. Okay, guys? Tonight? No sleeping? Okay? Turn the head around. Look at yourself. How come you're not enlightened yet? What's the matter with you? All right. Stop here tonight. Thank you, everyone.